Good afternoon, Johnsburg Junior High School parents and families. I'm Dr. Pierce.
I'm Mrs. Brush.
And welcome to this week's edition of the Parents Peak. So just a couple things that we wanted to discuss. First of all, we had our Stand for the Silent Assembly last week. I want to say, first of all, the students did a phenomenal job. And this was a really emotional type of assembly. But I couldn't be more proud of our students for not only actively participating, but listening to the message. And I really hope, moving forward that, we can, I don't think we're going to eliminate bullying, but I hope it can address it and, have students really kind of think about their actions and that their words actually have meaning, both good and bad. And instead of having the focus always on the bad, that we're starting to use those words for good. So Kirk Smalley with Stand for the Silent, he did an excellent job. I'm actually really proud because there's a lot of schools in our area now that have reached out and invited him to come to their own schools. So I kind of feel like, this is a message that's going around McHenry County that, let's end bullying. And our kids, like I said, did a phenomenal job. So I just want to thank you guys for your support, as well as what our students did here at school. Hopefully they all came home and told you about it. Like I said, it was pretty emotional, but the message was great. So hopefully, it's kind of too early to see the results. But like I said, hopefully the students start using their words for good and not to bring people down. Also, with that being said, our athletic teams are doing phenomenal. Our wrestling team is just doing great on the mat. We couldn't be more proud. They just won the tournament this last weekend. Also, our girls basketball team, the previous weekend, they, eighth grade took first place, seventh grade took second place. So we couldn't be more proud of our student athletes, both inside and outside of the classroom. So congratulations to all of them. I know our seasons are kind of wrapping up here. It's hard to believe we're already mid-February. Time flies when you're having fun, but we are extremely proud of our athletes. As you know, conferences are this Thursday from 4 to 8. Hopefully you've scheduled those. Remember, if you're unable to attend conferences this time, you can always reach out to myself or your teacher. We're more than happy to have those conversations with our families. Just what can we do better, to make this educational experience for your students, get your grades up. But we also want to hear the good, on top of the bad as well, because we have a lot of things that we're celebrating here at the junior high. And many thanks to you guys for your support with that. Also, February 27th at 7 in the morning is our next PAC meeting. This is our third one of the year. So invites will be coming out either today or tomorrow via email from Mrs. Anderson. So if you're interested in attending at 7 to 7:45 in the morning here in our Learning Center, like I said, we'd love to see so many families there. Mrs. Brush, you kind of want to talk a little bit about what our topic will be for that?
Sure. So we had some parents who asked for some information about anxiety and how to support their kids as they're dealing with some of the stress and anxiety that comes with being a middle school student. So we have a presentation put together on some of the functions of our brain and how those work, some of the different information regarding anxiety and some do's and don'ts. And then some coping skill stuff that we're really working on pushing out with our students more across the board.
Excellent.
Yeah. So also in SEL this last week, we've been continuing our communications unit, and we talked with the students about the differences between passive, aggressive, and assertive communication, and how by using those different communication tactics, you're either standing up for your own rights and or listening to others, or sometimes not. And some different ways where it's important to think about how you're communicating with other people and how that affects the relationships that you're trying to build. Along those same lines, we're seeing some students who have been struggling with their behaviors, but then as we have talked with the students or processed what's been going on, it turns out that there's actually been a lot going on, whether it's at home or they're having a lot of peer issues, just like a lot that's kind of building up, and then it kind of starts to come out sideways. So in kind of like the partnership with parents and school, we're just hoping that if you guys are hearing stuff on your end from your kids that they're struggling, or maybe that there's a family hard anniversary, or something is happening in your family that might be causing the kids to struggle, just reach out and let us know. Whoever you feel comfortable to let know, whether it's one of their teachers, myself, Ms. Grinchuk, Mr. Brosh, Mr. Witt, or Dr. Pierce, Mr. Wynn. Gosh, so many names, right? Whoever you feel comfortable with reaching out to, it's just helpful for us to know on our end, because we're able to support the kids in a different way and try to help them prevent some of those behavior issues that come with those struggles.
No, and thank you for mentioning that. Like we said, the whole purpose of our Parents Peak is to kind of, give information out to our families. And like I said, if you know something on your end, please reach out. I mean, we really are, we always hear the phrase, it takes a village. And one great thing about our community is that, we really want what's best for our kids. So if we can help in any way, please, send the information back our way. Speaking of that, a couple things that we've been seeing the last couple weeks as far as some behaviors at our school, if you wouldn't mind talking with your students as well. Hands to themselves, we have a lot of students that just can't keep their hands to themselves. If it's pushing, shoving, I've learned a new thing where it's dunking on people, where they run up behind the hall and push down on their shoulders like they're slam dunking a basketball.
That's not a new thing, Dr. Peters.
Well,
it's just coming back.
Sure, yeah. It is definitely coming back. So if you could just talk to your students about, keeping their hands to themselves. We earlier this year, I think it was our first ever Parents Peak, we talked about some racist comments that are coming up. We're seeing that again as well. So if you wouldn't mind, please talking to your students that it's just off limits here at school. I would say personally, as a parent, it's off limits anywhere, but especially here at school that we really want to be accepting of everyone. We shouldn't be using racist or sexist comments. I know oftentimes, if not all times, when students get called out for this, they're like, well, I'm joking, I'm kidding. And that gets into that bullying kind of behaviors where it's not joking and kidding to the people that are receiving those comments. So if you could also talk to your students about that. And then finally, we've seen several referrals about just disrespect towards the staff. We've had a few subs in the building. Again, that we need to make sure that, the students are respecting everyone, in the school. It doesn't matter who they are. I'm blessed that I have a lot of students respect me, but they need to respect our teachers and our substitutes as much as they do me. And it's not everyone, it's just a handful of cases that are coming up. But like I said, if you wouldn't mind talking to your students about those three areas. And then finally, I just wanted to say thank you. I've received so many emails and text messages and everything about my time on Price is Right. So it was a great experience. So again, thank you to everyone that's reached out. A lot of people have asked, my wife and I, we are taking our trip in June. But again, it was a great experience. I'm so glad I was able to shout out, the Johnsburg community, because you guys really do have a place in our hearts, and it's a great place to go. So I was happy on national TV to say what up to everybody. But with that being said, anything else that you wanted to?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great day. Remember, this is a 3-day week for our students. There's no school Thursday or Friday or Monday next week. So I hope everyone enjoys their 5-day weekend. And if you have any questions about anything, like we said, please reach out. We are here for you. So that's all we have. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.